If I could just put that right there. I can also put like docks in this joint too, right? Yeah, hold on. We'll figure that out. Boom, boom, boom. We'll figure that out. What's up with y'all, chat? What's up, chat? Pop out, chat. All right, cool. I guess I could just keep it right here. No, I can't. Okay. I need to make a new doc. What's going on with y'all, man? I'm finna get stuff situated in a minute. I just got this new thing. I'm streaming on Kick as well now, so that's why. Hold on. Custom ducks. Custom ducks. Okay. Chat. Let's see if I can make this work, chat. Apply. Hey, we got it. We got it. Let's go. There we go. There we go. There we go. What's wrong with my dog? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold on, bro. Chat dog is crazy. Acting stupid. Chat, there we go. See if we can fix that. Can't even read chat right now because the doc is acting so stupid right now. It always does this. Literally always does that. Hold on. There we go. Fixed it. All right. I can see y'all chats now. I can see y'all chats now, man. I was here before you. All right. Let's also start the TikTok stream. Here we go. Start it up. Chat. Sorry about that, y'all. Daddy Hundo. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, by the way, yo, so like there's a new IMR dropped a whole new video, bro. Dropped a whole new video. Let's get it, bro. He dropped a whole new video. Showing tough. You said what? Use your cookies. Oh, I don't know how to fresh. There we go. Oh my gosh. It says Kick uses cookies. I was trying to figure that out, but I can't. I literally can't figure it out. Whatever. We'll figure that out. Yo, you already know I'm back, chat. What's going on, chat? Let's just start the video up. Let's watch this going.
Out there, it's never a good idea to walk alone at night, and it's never a good idea to accept a stranger's offer of a walk. I know this now. But 2 years ago,
he's right.
As I strolled through the park, I didn't think that anything could go wrong. I was enjoying the tranquility of the park when suddenly, I saw something ahead of me in the shadows. At first, I thought it might be nothing more than a stray animal, but as I drew closer, I began to make out what appeared to be a man. I grew nervous, chills running down my spine.
Oh my gosh, I'm about to punch my dog.
He was walking made me uncomfortable. But suddenly, he walked under a lamppost and a grin spread across my face. I knew this man. He was the father of one of my good friends.
I know, I'm gonna piss myself. These are so funny.
We all spent many afternoons in the park together. I put my previous fear aside and began to walk toward him again. My fear replaced with relief.
Hey, Mr. Castro. It's me, Clarissa.
Clarissa! It's been so long since we've seen each other. How you been? How are your parents?
His polite inquiries were comforting and my fears from before began to subside. We continued to walk together, engaging in—
Why would you walk with someone like this? What the heck?
On our past family adventures. I relaxed as we continued.
I appreciate you, man.
Enjoying the late night air. Despite this, the conversation soon took a turn for the worse and began to make me feel uncomfortable.
So Clarissa, are you seeing anyone special yet? You know, I'm always willing to give advice.
He licked his lips and leered at me.
Thanks, but I'll pass.
Well, it's your loss. Come, let me show you something.
The implication cleared. I had forgotten my previous fear as I hesitantly followed him down
Every
a
Twitch
dark
follow.
alley, his grip on my arm tightening as he led me forward. We eventually came to a stop and I looked around in confusion, not sure why we were there. Suddenly, his hands were on my shoulders, pushing me up against the wall. His lips were on my neck and I instinctively recoiled.
Bro was like a
screaming for
goblin.
Help! Somebody! Please help me!
Shut up! It's too late! Nobody is out right now! Stop struggling or I'll hurt you!
He began to tie me up and I knew that if I didn't get free soon, this would be the end for me. With a burst of strength, I managed to break free and ran towards the park as fast as I could. I could hear him cursing behind me. I hid in a bush, my heart pounding as I tried to remain silent. I could hear him storming around, his footsteps thudding as he ran.
Clarissa, come back! I just want to talk!
He began rummaging through the bushes directly next to the public bathroom in the park. I whimpered, trying my best to stay hidden. All he had to do was look through the bushes I was hiding in, and I was finished. I stayed hidden though. He was right next to me and I clamped my hands over my mouth, trying my best not to move. I could see him from my hiding place in the bush. His wild and scraggly hair hung limply from his balding head. His weird eyes
why do they always be
greenish in
roasting
the
them?
moonlight. The black dots in the center of his eyes darted to and fro, trying to find me. His hulking form stood looming.
Is it Hunter? You a layup? Because
like an
I'm
omen
always
of
missing
death.
you. No
He
way.
walked off, but I could still hear him shouting out my name and calling for me to come out.
Clarissa! Clarissa!
Finally, it grew quiet and I knew he had gone for now. I crawled out from my hiding place and ran to my car, quickly getting inside and driving home. When I arrived at my house, however, I saw something that made me sick. Out front in my yard, a hulking figure stood, his eyes wild as he stared into my windows. The hair was unmistakable, and I knew in an instant that it was Castro. I cursed myself now for inviting him and his daughter over to my house before. He knew where I lived, backing my car into an alleyway before he could see me. I quickly dialed the police.
Hello? Yes, please send help. There's a man outside my house that I'm afraid of. He's been following me and trying to abduct me.
I gave them the address and they promised to be there soon. Looking out of my window, I saw Castro beginning to walk away from my house,
so stupid.
his form becoming more and more mysterious in the night. I waited patiently for the police, praying that he wouldn't get away before they got here. When they arrived, we looked around the area, but he had vanished as if into thin air. After searching for his car, however, they found something that made my stomach churn. Inside the trunk, the police found women's clothing and bags full of trinkets. The police quickly got a search warrant and searched his house. It was in the news a few days later. Several young women had been held captive in his house for years. I couldn't believe I had nearly fallen victim to a serial abductor.
It's funny to me.
I shivered at the thought of how close I had become to being one of those poor girls, never seeing the light of day again. I've learned my lesson. Anyone who thinks that these abductions don't happen is foolish. You need to be aware of your surroundings, and you need to be careful of who you trust. That's something I will never forget. Even if you think you know someone, be cautious. It could save your life.
I mean, duh.
The story you just saw is based on the true, terrifying story of Ariel Castro. Ariel Castro was a serial killer who kidnapped 3 girls between 2002 and 2004. These 3 girls were held hostage in his house until 2013.
But they got
when
away?
Escaped. During this time, one of the women had a daughter. Castro kidnapped these women by inviting them for drives and then kidnapping them. After being caught, Castro was sent to 1,000 years in prison.
1,000 years?
Parole.
I didn't know this was real. Chess is real. Yeah, yeah. Black Spider, you think, bro?
I've always heard
questions.
creepy stories about serial killers and home break-ins, but I never actually thought it would happen to me.
All right, but before we start this next one, bro, make sure y'all come to the 1,000 years is crazy. Make sure y'all come to the Kick, Twitch, or YouTube, bro. We are live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, bro. So if you want to go to Kick, go to Kick. If you want to go to YouTube, go to YouTube. If you want to go to Twitch, come to Twitch at Hundo_Grand. All right, but let's start it up, man.
Last summer, before my semester exams were scheduled to start, I decided to go stay with my parents for a while. My dad was a district attorney and my mom a politician. They were a match made in heaven. They were also very busy with work, as you would imagine, so they weren't always home. As usual, they had business to attend to that weekend, so I was left all alone in the house. It was great news, or so I thought. That evening, I was watching a show on TV. Suddenly, the show was interrupted by a breaking news report. Notorious serial killer Manuel Ortiz, aka Machete Manuel, has just escaped from prison, and his whereabouts are currently unknown. Residents are advised to lock their doors and remain within their homes at least till the next morning. The news then went on to show the picture of the psychotic serial killer that had just escaped. Just his looks were enough to make my blood curdle. He had tattoos inked all over his face, neck, and body. He even tattooed his colored grills deep black all over his face, neck, and body. He even tattooed his eyeballs deep black to give himself a more demonic look. Platinum-colored grills lined the front of his teeth, and he had self-inflicted scars all over his hands, one for each person he had killed. My throat ran dry and my thoughts ran riot as I imagined the possibility of him coming to our home, especially since my dad was the district attorney that put him away. Of course, that was after he had already killed, dismembered, and mutilated about 30 people with his famous machete. I wasn't going to take any chances. I triple-checked the doors and slammed the windows shut. Before heading upstairs to hopefully do some studying, I left our dog Bruno on the living room carpet. That's where he liked to sleep. I bolted the doors to my room and hit the reading table. I was so scared out of my mind, I had to speak to myself to stay sane. Calm down, Lucas. Even if he did come here, there's no way he could get in. I intended to read throughout the night, but I dozed off 5 minutes after. Later that night, I was awakened by the sound of water running from a faucet onto a sink. My drowsy eyes beamed at the alarm clock on the table. The time was 11:35. Crap, I must have left the water running. I would have just ignored the sound, but then I heard frantic barks. Why is Bruno barking? I asked myself as I slowly walked down the stairs, one lethargic stride at a time. My feet felt like sandbags were tied to them, and my vision was blurry. It was a miracle I didn't end up barrel rolling down the stairs. Suddenly, Bruno's barking waned into a whisper, like the moaning of a wounded animal, and then it stopped abruptly. Bruno?
I know it's gonna sound wrong, but I hate when dogs like squeak or whine like that. It literally hurts my ears, so I just try to prevent it.
Bruno! Here, boy! I whispered as I arrived at the foot of the stairs, but there was no response. At this point, my heart was beating fast, but nothing could have prepared me for what happened next. Suddenly, the lights went out and everything was pitch black. Oh God, what's going on? I whispered to myself as I flipped the light switches repeatedly. Luckily, I had my phone with me, so I turned on its flashlight and then made my way into the living room. Is anyone here? Hello? Bruno, are you there? I yelled out, hoping, begging for this nightmare to just end. Suddenly, I heard the window slam. The jolt it gave me was enough to drive sleep away from my eyes. Is somebody there? Hello? I called out again to no one in particular. Bruno was no longer in the living room. I walked towards the front door, and that was when I saw it. The locks were broken,
So
and the
why would you
door
investigate?
was wide
Why wouldn't
open.
y'all investigate it? I would
also
investigate
noticed
this.
that other houses in the
This is
neighborhood
in my
had
house.
lights in them, so someone must have cut the power to my
I'll
house.
chip it. I would definitely
I made
investigate
my way
this.
toward the basement door to check our fuse box. I arrived at the fuse box, which was right behind the basement door. I was shocked to find that it had been switched off. I obviously didn't do it, so I had no doubt that there was someone else in the house with me. I flipped the switch and the lights came back on. Oh, thank God, I whispered to myself. But just before I could breathe easy, I looked towards the kitchen, and standing right at the entrance was a man with a machete. A man who, without a doubt, was Machete Manuel. Hola, cabron! I just have one question for you. Is your jefe home? Manuel grunted from across the room with a distinct...
Bro, I'm just saying, you gotta be super unlucky for the serial killer to come after you, bro. Like, mad unlucky, bro.
Hispanic accent. I, however, was so petrified I couldn't say a word. I couldn't even move.
Bro,
Are
fight
you
him.
deaf or something, pendejo?
He barked and then charged towards me. Without thinking, I slammed and locked the basement door and then ran down the stairs. I heard the door shake and quake as Manuel tried to break in. I tripped over something at the foot of the stairs and crashed to the floor. My phone had also fallen out of my hand and the light had gone out. I rose to my feet. The basement was dark, but after a few misplaced slaps across the wall, I was able to hit the light switch. And that's when I saw it. Bruno's lifeless body sprawled on the floor of the stairs. He must have been strangled to death. Bruno! Oh God! Why is this happening? I could still hear his heavy
Bruno.
footsteps stomping around upstairs. I can't find my phone. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Just then, I noticed the basement window. I quickly crawled through it and then ran over to our neighbor's house. I pounded on his door until he opened up. You gotta help me! The serial killer, he's at my house right now! The neighbor was the head of the neighborhood watch, so gathered a few other men and they went over to
Dang,
my
bro,
house.
got a strap?
Each man was armed with a shotgun and a rifle. When they got there, they found nothing but muddy boot prints and dirt stains. Afterward, they called my parents and the police. Not long after, we moved to a different house. It's been
Bruno.
over a year now, and I still find it hard to sleep at night. Especially when I remember
Man, bro,
I still
tighten
haven't
up.
caught him.
Man, I'd beat bro up, bro. Not even he not even scary looking, bro. Y'all scared of this? Man, I'd beat him up, bro. Like, stop playing with me. Bro, it's not scary looking. Hey, make sure y'all come to the Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, bro, at Hundo_Gram, bro. I'm live on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch at Hundo_Gram, bro. Alright? But, next story, man. Alright?
My name is Dina, and I'm a huge horror fan. Well, at least I used to.
I thought he was about to say
be
crazy.
honest,
Something crazy.
All my love for the genre disappeared in one night. You see, that night, I was alone in my house. I had just moved in and still had a lot of unpacked boxes. It was a Saturday night.
Not
and I thought I
K-I-K,
would spend the
K-I-C-K,
evening watching
Kick.
a horror movie. But before I could choose one, I got
If you don't know what it is, then you don't gotta go to it. Just go to
Do you
YouTube,
like horror
Twitch.
movies?
Dude, really?
What's wrong, my friend?
First of all, you're not
Moving to
intimidating
Kick.
at all.
I mean, I'm streaming on
Second,
Kick as well.
do
so
you
not
really want to scare
moving.
me by imitating Scream? There are literal parodies of that movie.
You should have more respect for someone
Stream on
who
YouTube
knows
as well,
where you
too.
live, Dina.
Mr. Psycho, I regret to inform you that we are now in the 21st century. I would be disappointed if you didn't even know my birthday. I'm gonna keep looking for a movie. You're better off trying to scare a boomer. Bye-bye.
She thought she was tough. She thought she ate with
I
that.
laughed a little under
She thought she ate with that, chat. I bet bro gonna get the last laugh.
my breath. I've gotta admit it didn't scare me, but it did entertain me. What I didn't know was that my fun was about to end. Suddenly, a stone smashed against my glass. I ran to the window, but there was no one there. And as I approached the stone, it had a message on it.
Hello? Listen to me. You better.
No! You listen to me. You cut me off again, and I'll break you in half. Understand?
What do you want?
You said you knew Scream, didn't you? You know what I want. Fame.
Well, you're looking for it with the wrong person. Get out of here. I'll call the police.
Do you think I'll give you time to do that?
Where are you?
Watching
would he
you,
tell you
Dina.
that? Why would he tell you that? Literally, why would he tell you that? Oh, where are you? Oh, I'm outside of your front yard. Like, shut up.
Watching you walk nervously in that blue t-shirt.
Hearing this, my first instinct was to
So now you scared, huh? Now you scared.
run as far as I could. I headed towards my room, but the man's voice stopped me.
Are you sure about that? He might be there.
Suddenly, I stopped.
Think about
Is
it.
he telling me not to go? Or maybe he's telling the truth and he's really there. I decided to ignore my room and go upstairs.
Not so tough
I
now.
went into the guest room and hid. The place was full of boxes. Darkness surrounded the whole area and it was impossible to see anyone.
What a curious place you chose to hide, Dina.
I know you're not here. You don't know where I am.
You think you're clever, but you hid in the most predictable place possible, dear friend.
Oh yeah? If you were in this room, then how did you know how I was dressed?
Don't you remember the movie, Dina? It's never just one killer.
The man was in front of me, brandishing a huge knife in his hand. The design was similar to Scream, but this one was scarier. The man approached me slowly. His steps were terrifying. This man knew he had this situation under control and I was nothing more than prey. I threw a box at him to stop him and ran for the door. Instead of running, I waited behind the door and when he came out, I hit him with it.
Oh,
I ran
W.
towards the exit.
Hold on.
But before I got there, the door opened. Behind it, there was another man with a different mask, but similar to that of his companion. I turned around and saw that the other man was coming down the stairs. I was locked in, and my only way out was the basement. I ran and hid under the stairs while one of them
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, go to the basement. Yeah, that'll definitely help.
came down. The man began to walk slowly, inspecting every part of the basement slowly. He knew I was here, but he couldn't find me. I thought about trying to hit him to defend myself, but because of our physical difference, I knew that would not end well. But once the man got to where I was, he stopped and turned around. The stalker started looking for the basement lights. This was my chance to escape. I pushed him and climbed the stairs,
Go!
locking him in as soon as I could get up. But that wasn't the end of
What
it.
about the first one?
Good job, Dina.
As soon as I turned around,
Yep.
the other man lunged at me and tried to hit me. I managed to dodge him and started to run, but he was faster than me. He grabbed me by the hair and threw me against the counter, hurting
Dang!
me with the kitchen stuff.
I have to tell you the truth, Dina. My friend is not the smartest of the bunch. I'll deal with him later. What's a great movie without a betrayal, right?
It's just a movie! What makes you think it'll all work out the same way?
No way y'all saying W
Of
killer.
course it will. And unlike a movie, it doesn't have to end. I'll be famous. I'll get letters. People will recognize me. I'll be bigger than Manson.
I wasn't going to let this psycho hurt me. During his speech, I reached out my hand to see what I could grab to defend myself, and as luck would have it, I found something perfect.
What is that?
You wish!
He may have had a mask, but he still had an opening for me to see through. I poured oil spray through this opening, and as I expected,
I thought it was
the man
Mace.
went berserk, swinging his knife sporadically, unable to hit anyone. I rammed him as hard as I could, and while he was on the floor, I ran for the exit. On the way, the basement door gave way and the other man started
Bro,
chasing
what? Bro, that's so convenient.
me from behind. But this chase didn't last long. A police cruiser was outside my house. As soon as they saw the man chasing me, the officers stopped them. I was finally safe. I warned them that the other criminal was inside the house, but they couldn't find him. He had escaped through the back door, but he didn't get far, as his partner ratted him out. Both of these guys were old neighbors, and they really had intended to murder me. They were both convicted of attempted murder, and by the time they got out,
Y'all some lames, bro. Like, y'all weird.
I'll be prepared if I have to deal with them again.
This may
That
actually
was
be
the
real.
last day I watched a horror movie. I admit that I've tried to watch them, but I find it impossible. Every time I do, I remember those two psychopaths trying to kill me. They may not have made it big, but for what they did to me that night, I will remember them forever.
Man, tighten up. Tighten up, man. Tighten up. Like, y'all not that scared, bro. Y'all not that scared, bro. Let's watch a different one, bro. That one was boring. Boring. That was a new video, bro. Not gonna lie. Alright, bro. Let's watch 3 disturbing prom horror stories. Alright, let's watch it, bro.
It was my first day of school. After a terrible car accident, I was rejoining the life of a teenager. My drunk mom's reckless driving made me lose one of my legs. The teacher introduced me to
Dang.
the class, and I could tell people
Oh,
were
Mom.
welcoming. The students whispered.
No, we
about
can't
my
watch Llama Arts. I've
appearance in the
already
middle
watched
of
all of
term,
their videos. They
but I
don't make
kept the
content.
accident a secret. If they knew I had a fake leg, they will make even more fun of me.
No, they won't.
During lunchtime, I was...
Bro, what? Bro, no. If you make fun of someone for losing an appendage, bro, you're actually an L human being, bro. That's like, you're just weird.
Heading to my table carrying my food when I slipped and fell onto a popular girl named Emily.
Oh, no!
I spilt the pasta on her shiny new dress and everyone started...
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be mad if I was her too. Like, you just spilled pasta on me on my new dress, bro. On my new dress. Yeah, we gotta get it bracking.
laughing.
I'm sorry. I didn't. This dress is worth more than your entire family, weirdo. Hey, don't need to be rude, okay? Or what?
I know Lamar's
you
has
gonna
good stories.
do?
I've
Huh?
watched them all though.
She pushed me, and I couldn't keep my balance this time. As I fell, my skirt went up to my knee, and everyone saw my prosthetic leg.
Whoa, what is that? Are you even human, weirdo?
People started
Oh, come on, bro. This is so weird, bro. Y'all gonna take out your phone and start taking pictures of her, bro? That's
taking
so
my
weird.
video. I was humiliated and traumatized. I wanted to smack that stupid girl, but my emotions got the best of me. I got up and ran away. I ran until my lungs gave up. When I stopped, I found myself standing in the woods. The school's backside led to the dense forest, and I was lost in it. Not knowing where to go, I spotted this hiking trail. A humming sound was coming from the end of the trail. It was scary, yet so alluring at the same time. I started following the trail. I had no idea where I was going, but I just couldn't stop myself from doing so.
The narrator
After
does
5
not sound
minutes
like
of walking,
Sasuke.
I reached in front of this small mud hut. Smoke was coming from its windows. The humming had stopped by then. A rotten smell was making the air heavy. Being curious, I entered the hut. A gypsy woman was sitting near a fire pit with her eyes closed. The woman's partial face had burn wounds. On the fire pit was a small pot that had something black boiling in it. Suddenly, the woman opened her eyes and smiled at me.
So, you want them to be nice to you?
I don't know how she could tell, but
Short
I
channel is
nodded
not
my
trash,
head.
and Wansi Entertainment
She grinned,
sucks.
flashing her remaining teeth, and told me to sit closer to the fire. I followed her instructions like a faithful puppy.
Bro, how did she get here from her school? Like, what the heck?
She took out a box and opened it. My skin crawled when I got to see what was inside.
What's
It
inside?
was the leg of a dead bird. The
That your skin crawled from that? I mean,
color
yeah,
had
it's gross,
turned
but come on.
black over time.
What would I do with this? You can solve your problems. It would grant you 3 wishes, but only with hellish consequences as punishment for tampering with faith.
Chat, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. If y'all had one wish, what would y'all wish for? Like, what would y'all wish for? I know what I wish for. I'm gonna say it after y'all tell y'all wish. Y'all say y'all wish.
Can't change what has happened. Your
And you
wishes
can't say infinite wishes, bro. Don't be corny and say infinite wishes, bro.
need to revolve around the present. But you must decide if you want this or not.
I looked at the box and could feel my heart beating faster. What
How to
more
stop
do I have to
time, money,
lose?
money.
I took the
make
box
big
from her
bank?
hand. Just then,
That's
a
crazy.
bolt of lightning struck.
A storm is coming. You should go home before you get lost in the dark.
I came out of her hut. After putting the box in my backpack, I turned back for one last glance. To my shock, the hut was gone. The lady was nowhere. It was just an empty, barren land in the middle of the woods. I couldn't sleep the entire night. All I could think was, what should I ask for my first wish? Then, suddenly, a cruel plan came to mind. I opened the box.
If you wish for
and made my
immortality,
first
that's more of a
wish.
curse than
I want Emily to get
an
humiliated.
actually blessing.
at
I'm not
school.
gonna lie.
The next day, we were all sitting in our art class when Emily started behaving crazily. She picked up a scissor and began cutting her hair while laughing like a psycho. Other students got scared seeing her behave that day. Our art teacher tried to stop her, but she didn't let go of the scissor. I was sitting right next to her and watching her embarrass herself. My heart enjoyed the
Should've wished for a
cruelty I
leg,
just
Goofy.
pulled
No,
off.
oh God!
When suddenly, the scissors slipped from her hand and landed on my big toe. I got up screaming in pain. Emily was escorted out of the classroom and I got immediate medical attention. The power of the dead bird's leg made me a little scared. To get my revenge, I ended up hurting myself as well. But then, it was only a cut, so it didn't take me much more time to make my second wish. After Emily was out of the scene, it was decided no way she's going to be at the prom. I wanted to take this chance.
Wish for a leg.
I wished for Emily's boyfriend Jack to ask me to the prom. I wanted to ruin her and hurt her as much as possible. And my wish came true. While leaving for home, Jack came to me. He told me since Emily won't be going to want a date for the prom, and he wants to take me, I obviously said yes. I appeared at the prom in a bluish pink gown with Jack, but before we could walk into the dance floor, I went to the washroom. I was ready for my third and final wish. I asked the dead bird's leg to make the prom night memorable for me, and that's all eyes stay on me tonight. We danced and enjoyed ourselves. It was looking up for me, which is why I forgot about the malevolent consequence of the wishes. At the end of the prom, Jack and I got crowned
how do you change
as
your
the
username on
prom
here?
king and queen.
I have no idea.
My wish came true as I climbed up to the stage. I was all set to make my prom speech when suddenly something horrible happened. A bucket filled with foul-smelling pig blood landed on me from above. I was drenched in thick, gooey liquid. I looked at the audience and all of their eyes were on me, just how I wished it to be. Suddenly, Catherine entered from backstage. She went psycho for stealing her boyfriend right before prom. It was she who tied the bucket above my head and was waiting for the right opportunity. That's when my head snapped. I jumped on Catherine with my prom queen trophy and began hitting her on the head with it. People were trying to separate us, but I didn't stop. Instead, Catherine's heart stopped beating.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you have to kill her, but I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have beat her too. Not with the trophy, but you know that's crazy.
My life got ruined, and now I'm waiting on death row. Every night, I wake up screaming to these nightmares where I see a dead bird's leg sitting on my face, scorching my skin with its sharp nails.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. If so, please leave a like. And also,
that was awesome. Not gonna lie, that was a good video. If you're in the TikTok chat, make sure you come to the Twitch or the YouTube or Kick. Yes, we are live on Kick as well. Come to the Twitch, YouTube, or Kick. So yeah, better viewing experience on all three platforms. So come there and yeah, W at @Hundo_Grand. Y'all can see it, man. Y'all see it. All right, but let's get it.
Richard. I was always one of the most popular kids in school. People were always coming up to me and trying to get close to me. Anyone who hung out with me automatically became more popular. Everyone except Edward.
I'm gonna do what I do on Kick is I just give people options because some people don't have Twitch, some people don't have YouTube, some people only have Kick. So I give people options.
Not why no one approached him, but because if you approached him, you could meet Norton, his other personality. Norton was a dangerous person. There were times when he would destroy labs at school, break glass, try to start fires, or spit on people without being seen.
Yo!
I knew that when Edward came back, he wouldn't remember any of this. So in order not to depress him, I took responsibility for the things Norton did and always ended up being punished. Many times I thought about not defending him anymore, but when I saw how the bullies at school were always beating him up, I decided that I didn't want to bring another problem into his life. Graduation day was supposed to be the best day of our lives. We were all very excited to go, except Edward, who told me he wouldn't go, that he would rather stay home and watch movies. I decided to respect him and get ready to go to the dance, but as I was doing so, something felt wrong. Edward was my best friend. I couldn't abandon him on a day like this. I decided to go to his house as a surprise and watch movies with him, but when I got to his house and met his parents, they told me he had gone on a date. A date? I knew Edward well, and I knew that this was a lie. Had he gotten into trouble? They offered me to go to his room to drop off the movies I had brought, and I took the opportunity to see his room for the first time. Edward had always been very private with his private life, so he always went to my house. The moment I entered his room, I understood why.
Yeah, spitting on people is
his
crazy.
entire room was filled with posters of serial killers, satanic symbols, and gun catalogs. As I checked his computer, I saw that he had several messages
like Saul.
to his bullies. The messages were threatening, telling them that today he would beat them all up, that he would take revenge for everything he did to them, and to meet him in the abandoned alley around the corner
Why on
from the
Gmail though?
prom dance.
Who messages someone on
I
Gmail?
left in desperation and ran to the abandoned alley. If Norton had planned for this but changed his personality in the middle of the fight, it would surely put Edward in the hospital. I got to the alley quickly, but the fight had already started. 2 of the 3 bullies that usually attack Edward were injured on the ground. One of them was fighting with Norton. I ran to separate them, and in the middle of the bully's distraction, when he saw me coming, Norton stabbed him in the head with a knife.
He's
At
dead.
that moment, I looked around and realized that the other 2 guys were not injured from fighting, but had also been attacked by a knife. The boy fell, and Norton stared at me with a maniacal, unhinged, obsessive smile. He immediately picked up the knife and ran towards me, but suddenly, he stopped.
I love you, bro.
and his
I love you too,
gaze
bro.
Changed. What happened? I did this? Edward, you came back! No, I couldn't have done this. Richard, my life is over. I'll never go to college. I'll never find a cure for my illness. I will never get help. I've ruined everything.
Yeah,
At
you
that
kinda
moment,
did.
a thought crossed my mind. Edward
Die.
was a good person.
Die. I love y'all
He
too,
didn't
man.
deserve this. These guys tortured him all the way through high school. Now that they're dead, Norton probably wouldn't come back, and nobody would bully him at the university. Edward, I'll take the blame. What? I can't let you do that! Listen to me. I'm useless.
Dread, I love
have
y'all
no
too.
future.
Bro, I love it. Why y'all say
I'm
y'all
not
love me,
going
man? I
to
love all
college,
y'all,
and
man.
I'm not as smart as you. I'm taking a bullet for you. Just study hard and medicate yourself for your problem. Okay?
I guess it's a W-Mans moment right here.
Now, we have to figure out how to make the police believe that I caused this. Maybe I have a good alibi. I told my parents I was going on a date. You're right. That will work. I can tell them that you met these men and I defended you. Yeah, good idea. At that moment, something went through my head very quickly. Something was wrong. Hey, Edward? This was all planned by Norton, didn't he? Yeah, I suddenly appeared here. I don't remember anything. So how do you know you told your parents you were going on a date? I didn't say it. It was Norton. But you don't
Love you, Hondo.
remember
Keep it the
when
good work.
Norton
Thank you,
takes
man.
over you. Edward's face was in a state of pure shock. I'd never seen him choke so hard on his own words. There was something he wasn't telling me. Edward, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to cover you. If you have a disease, you should take responsibility for it.
What?
Suddenly, Edward lunged at me with the knife. I managed to dodge him, but he cut off a part of my arm. You know, you were a great help all through high school, but now you're even more useful to me dead. Norton? You were pretending to be Edward?
Sorry about that.
You are so innocent. What do you mean? Kid, I never had multiple personality disorder. You mean there was never a Norton? No, silly. The one who never existed was Edward. With all of his strength, he attacked me with the knife, but I managed to get my hand through at the right moment. I pushed him and tried to get away, but in one leap, he struck the knife in my calf and I fell. I was at the mercy of Norton sticking a knife in my back and killing me. But suddenly, one of the bullies who had been wounded rammed him, threw himself on top of him, and choked him to death while yelling at me to call the police. Terrified and in pain, I called as fast as I could, and within minutes, 2 police cars and an ambulance arrived. The boy who saved me almost bled to death but survived. His testimony was the only thing that saved me from going to jail. After that, I decided that I would trust myself more, and in only 4 years, I became a lawyer. When I remember Edward, I got goosebumps.
I love you, chocolate boy.
Who
Love you too,
knows
man.
what that psycho would have done if he had had stayed alive.
Yeah, who knows? Probably would've-
My name is Steven.
Hey, but if you're in the TikTok or Twitch, if you're in the TikTok, come to the Twitch, YouTube, or Kick. We are live on all 3 platforms. So come on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. It's up to you. If you have a Kick, go to Kick. If you have a YouTube, go to YouTube. If you have a Twitch, go to Twitch. All right. I love you all, and let's start this next one. All right. Boom.
I don't have much time left, but I want to get this story out there so anyone can read it online. Just don't ignore the rotting smell. I'm not sure
What?
how many of them are out there. It was only yesterday that I was preparing for prom, my date soon to be by my side. I drove along the empty road, excitement filling my veins, until I pulled up in front of Sarah's house. She was the girl I had been crushing on since freshman year, and I was eager to take her to the prom. Sarah, you look amazing.
Thanks, Steven.
We hugged and chatted as we drove off towards the prom venue, but there was something that I couldn't shake, a foul odor lingering in the air.
Ew,
What's
she's
that strange smell?
I don't know. Let's just roll the windows down,
And so, as we arrived at the
Oh,
prom,
nah.
I led her to the dance
Nah.
floor, where we proceeded to enjoy our
she
night.
stink.
Everything seemed perfect, until the lights suddenly went out. Sarah? Sarah, where are you? I couldn't seem to find her
Heck, a
anywhere.
sub goal started.
I was reaching out in front of myself,
Whoa, a sub
groping
goal.
along the floor, till I felt someone lying
Well,
there. Hey, who's
Y'all want to
there?
sub, man? We almost
Are
at
you
200
okay?
subs, man.
And with a click, the lights came back on. I recoiled, my face wrinkled in disgust and horror. 2 dead bodies were lying on the floor in front of me,
The heck?
and chaos broke out. Kids were screaming and yelling, but my mind instantly went to Sarah. Where was she? I had to find her. So I ran out the doors and toward the forest behind the prom venue. As I ran, I heard a faint voice calling out my name.
Steven! Steven, come help me!
It was Sarah, so I ran faster. When I reached her, I saw that she was standing in the middle of a large circle of candles. I stepped into the circle. Sarah, what are you doing here?
What state am I from?
What are these
From New
candles
Jersey.
for? We have to get back. There are dead bodies.
Steven, come closer.
Closer? What do you mean? We need to get out of here. As I stepped forward, however,
Bro, you're an idiot.
she grabbed her face and pulled. It was then I saw the disgusting sight underneath. Rotting and dead. The skin which had covered her rotting flesh easily slid off, and I was faced with her rotting and mangled corpse. The worst part, however, was that she was still moving. What the heck?
Bro,
what are you?
I'm dead, Steven. I died, and now I need a sacrifice to come back to life. But I only have until the moon rises. I'm sorry, Steven. I wanted it to be someone else.
She then lunged toward me, trying to take my life as her own. I tried to run away, but the candle seemed to have formed some type of barrier, keeping me from exiting the circle. Turning back toward her, I barely had time to react before she was at my throat. She had leapt across the circle at superhuman speeds and grabbed my throat with both hands, throwing me to the ground. Sarah! Don't do this!
I'm sorry, Steven. I can't die. You understand, don't you?
She
No.
began to chant, her voice echoing through the clearing. As she finished, however, she looked confused.
What? Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working?
Just then, the moon rose above the horizon. As its light shone down on us, Sarah's body seemed to collapse and fall apart. I walked away from that dark place, my mind in a
How
fog.
did that happen?
I got into my car and drove home. I didn't even bother to head back to the school, back to where I could see the police lights shining. As I drove, however, I could smell something. A strange rotting smell that seemed to grow stronger as I got closer and closer to my parents' house. I pulled into the driveway and stumbled out of the car.
No way you
heading
smelled your
towards the
parents rotting from
bathroom.
that far away.
What I saw
while in the
the
car.
mirror, however, scared me. My body was rotting away.
Oh,
My
it's his
skin
body,
turning
okay.
a sickly gray, and my veins growing dark. I was dead, yet still alive. That's why the ritual didn't work.
It wanted a living sacrifice, not a dead one. And even as I write this, my body is rotting away. I have to find a way out of this. If I don't, you can be sure that there are more of us out there. So please, if you find yourself in a similar situation, don't ignore the rotting smell.
Chat, that one sucked. Like, what? Like, it doesn't even explain why he even started rotting in the first place, bro. Like, what, bro? That shit was so ass. 3 unbelievable Snapchat horrors. Okay, let's see this one, bro. We're gonna see this one and then probably hop off. If it's butt, we're gonna hop off.
I was waiting for the bus home when I received a notification.
Like,
it was
what?
a Snapchat request. The name read Mr. Cutthroat. Pretty unusual, right? But nowadays, in social media, everyone likes to be a little crazy. Plus, no harm ever came from accepting a
I'm not gonna hop
Snapchat
off.
request. Hence, I responded. Within minutes of adding Mr. Cutthroat to my Snapchat, I started getting even weirder texts. The conversations started like this. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Watching Netflix? Lying in my bed.
I didn't want to give away too much information, so I lied. Even though it was a common question, I wanted to stay away from creeps. Mr. Cutthroat didn't reply for a minute straight, and then his text dropped. What are you watching?
Just some Korean drama.
Do you like scary movies? Okay, now he was sounding like the killer from Scream, but I decided to play along.
Not much.
Why not?
They bore me.
Then you're probably watching the wrong ones.
Maybe.
Before I could see his next reply, my bus arrived. As I said, it was the late bus home, so apart from me, there were probably 3 to 4 people inside it.
Why is the
I
bot
took a
Rick's live
corner
in my
seat
chat?
and went back to talking to Mr. Cutthroat. I saw that he had replied, "You should watch the movie where the killer follows the girl and she has no idea."
I gotta fix it.
Really? Never heard of a movie like that. What's the name of it?
While he replied, I took a sip from my water bottle and, hearing the notification, glanced back to the screen. Your life.
That's an odd name for a movie.
I'm not talking about any movie. It's what's happening with you right now, Sarah. That's when I got the chills.
Is this some effing joke? Because it's not funny.
You seem scared now. I thought you said you were home. Aren't you home, Sarah? My heartbeat got faster. How does he know I'm outside? Is he following me? I slowly looked behind me. An old creepy woman was staring out the window, and beside her sat this man. His face was covered by a baseball cap, giving the impression he was sleeping. While texting Mr. Cutthroat, I watched him to see if he is somehow involved in these texts.
No, I'm home. I don't know why you said it.
From the corner of my eye, I noticed him as I sent the text. No, it's not him. The man sat like before. Whoever this Mr. Cutthroat is knows very well how to throw wild guesses and spook people. I shrugged it off and didn't reply to him.
You call those
I was sure
guesses?
that I wasn't being followed by a killer,
She's an idiot.
but still, deep down, I was feeling paranoid. All I wanted was to get home and lock my doors. I was just joking. So what are you doing now? I didn't reply. Sarah, you there? I still didn't reply. Come on, it was just a stupid joke. Don't be mad. I blocked the account. No way I'm letting some socially awkward.
I love you so much.
Whoa, Mel's World! Thank you for the sub! Thank you for the sub, bro! Mel! Well, that's not a bro. She the girl. She the homie. She the homie, bro. She the homie. Thank you, Mel. I love you.
Frustrated junkie ruined my weekend mood. For the next 5 minutes, nothing happened. I was finally content that the creep named Mr. Cutthroat is now gone from my life. But boy, I was wrong. Suddenly, I got this text from an unknown number. It wasn't nice of you to block me. I apologized.
Why are you annoying me? I don't want to talk to you anymore.
But I'm not done yet! The text sent in block letters gestured he was yelling at me. This dude was unbelievable. Who does this guy think he is? My patience level gave up, and I typed this big text bashing his stupid,
Why are you even
moronic way of
texting back
having
to
fun
him?
at people's
Bro.
expense. And it was all in caps.
It's not that serious,
Listen,
bro.
you jerk. I know how guys like you try so hard to get women's attention, but even stray dogs want to avoid you jackasses. You are going to die alone, so congratulations, dumbass.
Why she cook him like that? Why she just cook him like that, bro? What the heck? Why she just cook him like that?
Didn't text me after that. The bus driver called out for my stop. I got down with an ease that this chapter with the crazy Snapchat stalker is done and dusted. The streets were empty and eerily silenced. I could hear my stilettos making a sound that echoed around the block. My house was standing right at the end of the street. God, I am going to take a long bath and sip wine. Hello to the weekends. As I stepped on my porch, the sensor light turned on. For a moment, I felt someone was watching me. I quickly turned around. It was only a raccoon scavenging the big dumpster
Bro, get out of here, bro.
on the opposite side of the road.
Huh. Silly me.
I unlocked the door and finally got in.
What kind of medieval key was that she just used? What was that?
Once I locked it from inside, I felt safe. I don't know why I was feeling scared standing outside. Mr. Cutthroat has managed to get inside my head quite well. I threw my bag onto the living room couch and plugged my phone into the charger. I opened the fridge and drank cold water to calm my nerves.
Toodles? Toodles? Where are you?
I kept calling my cat, but she was nowhere. I kept staring at the dark kitchen, expecting my cat to walk up to me.
Jeez!
Suddenly, my phone rang at a loud volume, giving me a heart attack. It was from an unknown number. A cold shiver ran down my spine as I picked it up.
You're Chewy.
Hello?
So you are finally home now, Sarah.
What do you want? Why are you still disturbing me?
I slid the curtains and looked at the streets outside. I'm pretty sure this creep has followed me home, but I didn't see anyone.
Where are you? I know you're stalking me.
Instead of looking for me, maybe you should look for your cat.
What?
Why don't you check under your bed? I'll wait till you do.
Let's get it, Aiden.
Drops of sweat gathered on my forehead. With stumbling footsteps, I made my way to my bedroom. As I turned on the lights, I jumped.
Ah!
My white bedsheet was stained with blood. I crouched down to the floor and looked under my bed.
Oh my god! Toodles!
Under the bed remained the mutilated body of
No,
Carl.
not Toodles!
No doubt her throat was cut off. The man finally spoke from the other side. Now you know why my name is Mr. Cutthroat, Sarah. Next time it'll be you. I've been to your house, so I know every little detail to get inside. See you soon, Sarah. I broke down in tears. My lungs were giving up. It was getting so difficult to breathe, but still, I managed to call 911. I told them everything.
RIP
while
Toodles in the
hands
chat,
were
man.
there. The cops came and searched my house. They took my dead cat away, and I ended up in medical care for 3 days. Once I got discharged, I went back to the house, but not alone this time. I had my brother with me. He brought a gun and helped me pack. Within 24 hours, I moved out to my
Brother had
mom's
the blicky.
house.
Okay.
My house is now rented to this couple who are both cops. I live in the same house as my mom. I don't know when I'll be able to live indecently again. I've changed my number and every little detail related to my social media. This is my advice to all the people out there who are often trusting random
I'm not taking this advice, but go ahead and say it anyway.
strangers on social media.
Don't accept people you don't know.
I thought that was like, you know, obvious. Like, what the heck? Bro, people just don't know how to use social media, but whatever. I give that story a 3 out of 10. L, she was just stupid. It was her fault.
Do you think you can find love on a
Bro, what's wrong with his face?
social network? Many of the people I talk to tell me yes, but others disagree. I don't really have an answer, but I'll be honest. After what I experienced that night, I really don't want to try. It all started the day a girl added me on Snapchat. Her name was Cheryl.
That looks like a man dressed in a girl costume. Like, I'm being so serious.
The girl was very nice, and she had a huge amount of followers. I was just learning how to use the platform, so I didn't understand how this girl could be interested in me, but at the same time, those were just numbers. Over time, I
calling
started
it
to
right
become
now,
more
that's a man.
active on the
That's literally a
platform
man.
and began to attract Cheryl's attention. She would like my photos, and over time, we started talking
Oh,
to each
God,
other.
Dread.
When I would talk to her, I would realize why she had added me before. Despite her huge number of followers, the girl was simple and authentic. She wasn't interested in being famous at all. She just liked the idea of connecting with people. She sent me pictures of herself all the time, and I did the same. We talked all day and knew everything about each other. After 3 months, we were almost in a relationship, but as I was getting ready to take her out to a movie, something weird happened. One day, she sent me a selfie while she was cooking, but behind her disinterested smile, something caught my attention. Hey, Cheryl? Did you invite someone to your house?
What? No, why do you ask?
I saw Cheryl's selfie again, and I was very confused. From the kitchen, you could see her room, and it looked like there was a silhouette staring from it.
Bro,
looking
screenshot
at her
that
from
and
the
send it to her,
darkness.
bro.
Listen, I don't want to alarm you, but look at your picture. Doesn't it look like there's someone in your room? Cheryl took a few seconds to answer me. I'm sure she was checking the picture.
OMG, I think it's a piece of furniture, but it looks scary. I don't know if I want to go check it out.
Are you sure that's a piece of furniture? Maybe you should call the police. Cheryl didn't answer me for a while, so much so that I started to worry. Hey, are you there? You're worrying me.
Here I am. I just walked into my room, and it was just a piece of furniture. Although I must admit that I'm very scared. The piece of furniture doesn't look that much like the silhouette in the picture.
When I saw the picture, I was confused. It could be a trick of the light, but I wasn't sure. I don't know.
That is not no piece of furniture, bro. What? Y'all, like, she's in denial.
I just checked the house. I'm definitely alone.
Well, I'm more relaxed, but be careful. After that, Cheryl kept cooking, and we didn't bring up that
Tell
topic
me to be
again.
careful. You be careful, bro. Don't tell me what to do, bro.
This would not last long. The next day, as soon as Cheryl came back from work, she told me she was back home safely and sent me a selfie of herself smiling. In the picture, she looked worried. She must...
Bro, what you gonna say now? That's a piece of furniture, bro? I want her to say that's a piece of furniture. She's like, oh, nah, that's just a glare from the lens.
have had a bad day. I tried to give her a pep talk to calm her down, but something weird was going on. She wasn't responding to me anymore. As the hours went by, I became more and more worried. I looked at her picture constantly, and in it, there was something I had not noticed. From the window of her house,
So that's definitely a piece of furniture? Yeah, that's definitely a piece of furniture.
Coincidence.
This is definitely furniture, guys.
It wasn't a tree or someone just passing by.
Nah, it's a tree.
This was a person standing at the window of her house.
How could you mistake that
staring
for a
at her.
person? That's a piece of
Immediately,
furniture.
I received a
Obviously
message
a
from
broomstick.
her. When I read it, I can swear my heart stopped. In the message, it said that someone had kidnapped her, but she still had her cell phone.
That's the kidnapper talking, bro. Oh my gosh.
She shared her location and sent me a picture via Snapchat to show me where she was. It looked like she was in a car. She knew the streets where she was going, and she was a few kilometers away. That day, I was at a party at my house with my friends, so I asked them to
Realize
call
the
the
fire.
police,
Thank you, bro.
and I ran to where she was. I could have told them to help me, but I knew it could be dangerous, and I didn't want to involve them. After all, the gathering was at my house, and just in case, I always kept a gun to use in case of an emergency.
Okay,
As the
valid.
minutes passed, I somehow felt like I was catching up to a moving car. I guess the car was moving pretty slow, but I was running like never before in my life. I had to save Cheryl. I would never forgive myself for having the chance to help her and not doing so. After several minutes, Cheryl...
Here's the thing. If you get this, bro, I'm about to give y'all some good advice, like some W advice, bro. Like the best advice you ever heard. If your friend texts you on Snapchat, says, I got kidnapped, take it to the police so they can handle it. Don't be a superhero like this idiot right here, because he's just going to make it worse. Watch.
Cheryl stopped moving and she sent me one last picture. It looked like a dark alley with a gray door in the middle. Surely this was where they were going to hide her.
You are dumb, bro. You are dumb. She gets kidnapped and she's freely taking pictures like this. Yeah, you're dumb. Okay.
I
Okay.
ran the last few blocks
Obviously the killer.
and in an act of stupidity thought I could save her alone, so I entered the alley. I approached the gray door I had seen in the photo and opened the door. But before I could enter, I heard someone walking behind me.
He said no Twitch
It looks
stream.
like
I am streaming on
Romeo
Twitch. What are you
came
talking
to
about?
save Juliet.
What are you talking about,
I
KSP?
turned around, pointing my gun in the direction of the voice. But when I saw who was in front of me, I couldn't believe it. It was
KSP, I'm literally
Cheryl.
streaming on Twitch.
She
too.
was safe, looking at me with a cocky, playful smile. Suddenly, a man came out of the gray door and threw me to the floor, pulling out my gun.
Did you bring a gun? What were you gonna do, Indiana Jones? Kill us all? Cheryl, run! Run while you can!
Something was wrong. Cheryl wasn't running away, but it wasn't because she was afraid. She was laughing.
Bro got tricked, bro. And it was so obvious that he got
Cheryl?
Boy,
Such an
I have
obvious
to admit,
lie.
It's really sweet that you came to save me. It seems I chose well. I've always been good at judging people at a glance.
Yeah,
What are you
judging how stupid they are.
talking about?
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry for the rudeness. This is John, my boyfriend.
Nice to meet you, Felix. Cheryl tells me you're very athletic and you don't drink alcohol. Is that true?
What?
Excuse me. John is quite abrupt, but these are questions we need to ask you. We need to know how your organs are.
What are you talking about? Let me go! You see, Stud, Cheryl and I are in the business of selling organs on the black market. In this warehouse, we have a few tools to keep your organs looking like new. Do you know how much they offer them on the black market?
A lot of money. And we've only done it with bums. Your organs must be excellent.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even feel bad for him. I literally don't feel bad for him, bro. They're about to, you know, excavate your organs. They're about to, you know, eviscerate you. And, you know, excavate them, Jones, and take your organs. I don't feel bad for you, bro. You got set up, and it was obvious. You're just dumb. You're literally dumb. I don't feel bad for bro.
No,
I'm sorry.
Please, I beg of you, let me go!
Hey,
I'm not gonna say he deserves
I've
it, but I just
grown
don't feel
very
bad
fond of
for
you
him.
in these months, Felix.
Like, I literally don't.
I'm not doing this for the money. I want to have a souvenir of you.
Hey, bro, do you remember
With a
me?
huge smile,
stream?
Cheryl pulled
Yeah,
a
of course,
pocket
Aiden.
knife out of her pocket. Quickly, she took off my slippers and socks, and coolly, she put her knife to the little toe of my foot.
You said it wasn't obvious, Deadpool? Yeah, you dying.
Are you ready, beautiful?
No, please, no, please. Ah!
Before I could finish begging her, Cheryl ripped my pinky toe off with tremendous speed and precision. The pain was immediate. I felt myself starting to lose blood, and worst of all, I knew it was just the beginning.
Cheryl, stop playing. We have to go.
All right. But first, let me take out his eye. I'm not satisfied with just a finger.
Oh, come on!
With the knife in hand, Cheryl slowly approached my eye. Her smile was shining. She looked so excited and happy, and I could tell she was having a good time. Suddenly, Cheryl froze still, frozen in fear. Someone was holding a knife to her neck. John stood up and tried to get into the house again, but 4 other men stopped him.
Here's my thing. John was there the whole time. How did he not see those 4 men just pull? Okay. This story got some fat holes in it.
Threw him to the floor and started hitting him.
Danny,
my
hey, stop
friends.
him out!
Felix, are you all right?
Isaac, what are you doing here?
Come on, we have to get you to a hospital. We'll tell you later.
And
Did y'all pick up his toe?
that's how it all ended. Some of my friends took me to the hospital while others stayed with Cheryl and John. On the way, I could see several police cars heading toward the area. My friends told me that they didn't trust me, and
First of all, here's the thing. How did his friends know he was there? They track him on his iPhone or something?
that they knew something was wrong. So they went on Snapchat from my computer and saw all the pictures Cheryl was sending.
No way his friends are that bro. No way his friends are that interested in his life, bro. No way, bro. This is plot. This is literally plot, bro.
One of them knew that alley, so between all of them, they grabbed the knives from my house and headed there as soon as possible. After that, the police arrested the criminal couple. Apparently, they had already been charged with robbery and attempted murder, but nothing like this time.
For my part, I still believe that one can fall in love through a social network, but for the moment, I prefer to date the girls that my friends introduce me to. At least, I know they're more trustworthy.
Chat. That was literal plot. That was literally plot, bro. Chat, that was plot. If you're in the TikTok chat, come to the Twitch, YouTube, or Kick. We are live on all 3 platforms. We're live on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch, bro. So it's up to you. All right. You come to YouTube or Twitch or even Kick now. Feel me? You're welcome. All right. Also, it's a better viewing experience, and we lit on there. All right. But let's get it, bro.
There's a game you shouldn't ever play on Snapchat. My friends and I always use the app to keep in touch and for laughs. We've used it for several years now, but after what happened with that game, I don't think I'll ever use that app again. And I want to put out a warning. Never play the game. It happened 2 weeks ago during the school break. I was messaging my friends as usual through Snapchat, and this eventually led to the suggestion that we should play some group games. We had done this before, but we usually stuck to simple games like Truth or Dare. It started that way this night too. We were all in a group chat, and we were playing some Truth or Dare. The game went on for quite a while until, as usual, it got a bit too intense for my liking. It was about time to hit the hay, so I sent a message in the group chat.
Any streamer advice I could use?
Alright, I'm headed out. Good night, guys.
Join my Discord and I'll let you know.
I put down my phone and tried to sleep. As I lay there, tossing and turning, I couldn't help but think about the game we were playing. As much as I wanted to, I couldn't sleep. The phone kept going off until finally it went silent. Opening my phone, I was bombarded with all the messages from the group chat. I read through it to see
I'm about to put
that
the
my
Discord
other
link
friend,
and the YouTube
Nathan,
as well.
had disconnected as well. And our 2 final friends had gone to their DMs to play some new game. Dude, have you seen this new game on Snapchat? It's called 3 in a Row. Who wants to play? I'll play. Those were the last messages.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Discord link in
the side and began to type.
YouTube chat.
How's the game going? I waited for a few minutes, but there wasn't any reply. I figured they were too engrossed in the game to reply, so I decided to go back to sleep. The next day, I woke up to a voicemail from Nathan. I quickly played it as I got out of bed. Hey, have you seen Snapchat? Tyler and Ryan haven't been answering all morning. They're both offline. Do you know what's up? We were supposed to meet up this morning, but I can't find them anywhere. I quickly got dressed and grabbed my phone, running out the door. Nathan lived just a few blocks away, so I figured I could swing by his place on the way to school. As soon as I arrived at Nathan's house, I could tell something was wrong. Nathan greeted me at the door with a worried look on his face.
My fault, bro. My fault, ancient times. Had to make sure everyone got it.
I can't find Tyler or Ryan anywhere, and their phones are both turned off. I've been trying to call and text them all morning, but there's no answer. And they were supposed to meet me at my house a few hours ago, but they never showed up. I tried to call and text Tyler and Ryan myself, but there was still no answer. We noticed, however, that Ryan's Snapchat location wasn't showing up at his house. Instead, his location was last seen near the canal, a usual hangout for us. Why, that little... They're probably hanging out without us. And with that, we headed to the canal. When we arrived, however, we found no sign of Tyler or Ryan. We did, however, find their phones. Both of the phones were lying under the bridge. As we approached the phones, I noticed that both of the screens were on. On Tyler's phone was a Snapchat notification. When I opened it, I saw that he had recently added a new friend. The username was 3. What the heck is this? I opened the app to see that 3 had sent a snap to Tyler, but it had expired and I couldn't view it. I tried to view it again, but the snap had disappeared. Send him a message. Maybe they know where Tyler and Ryan are. I typed out a quick message and hit send. A few seconds later, I received a reply. It was a snap and I clicked open. The snap was of a dark room, and I could barely make out 2 figures in the corner. Although I could barely make them out, they looked like Tyler and Ryan. The caption of the photo was simple: play the game. Before I could reply, the snap expired, and 3's username disappeared. I tried to search for the user,
but they had vanished. And then suddenly I heard my phone ding. Pulling it out, I saw a notification for a new Snapchat game that had been added, 3 in a row. And as bad of a decision as it was thinking back, I clicked it. Suddenly, the world around me went black. I couldn't see anything, but I heard Nathan's panicked voice next to me.
What the heck is going on? Where are we?
I don't know, dude. As soon as I said those words, I heard a door slam shut behind us. I turned around to see a dark figure standing in front of us.
They got sent to a
Whatever the
bucket dimension,
figure
no way.
was, though, it wasn't human. It had long, skinny legs twice the length of its body, a long neck, and 2 glowing red eyes. The only thing remotely human about it was its arms, which ended in sharp claws. Although I couldn't see its face, I could see the glint of sharp white teeth, and I knew that this thing was not something I wanted to meet in a dark alley. And then it spoke.
The game will last till the hangman's done. Lose and die, win for fun.
And with those words, the figure vanished into thin air. I heard Nathan whimpering next to me, but I too was paralyzed with fear to move. Suddenly, I saw a board appear in front of us. It was a simple board of tic-tac-toe, and the voice of the creature echoed through the air.
There can only be one winner. Now play.
I realized what it wanted. It wanted us to play against each other. I looked over at Nathan and could see the fear in his eyes.
Hey, all I'm saying is, if this is my best friend, bro, I'm cracking him. Bro, you're getting cracked. You're getting washed. Sorry, bro. I gotta win. I'm not losing.
I didn't see any other way out of this, so I made my move. I drew an X on the board, and then it was Nathan's turn.
How the heck did he draw an X by doing just that? How did he do that by just doing just that?
It went on for quite a while, each of us moving. We could hear movement around us, and every once in a while we saw the red eyes flash. But every time we ended in a tie, we had to play again, and nothing happened. Finally, however, Nathan slipped up and I won. As I did, I saw the red eyes appear above Nathan's head.
You lose, hangman.
And with a gruesome crunch, the creature tore one of Nathan's legs from his body. I watched him scream and writhe in pain on the ground, and as much as I wanted to say that I felt pity, I only felt relief. And then it was time for the next game. The creature picked him off the ground, putting him on the chair, and the tic-tac-toe board appeared again. He lost faster now. He could barely focus on the board and slipped up again. And the creature took his other leg. On
my God.
and on it went, until finally the world flickered, the lights going completely dark. And just like that, I was back in the canal. This time, however, Nathan was nowhere to be seen. I'm writing this anonymously so that nobody knows who I am. I don't want to be associated with what happened that night. But just know that you should never play 3 in a row.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That one was kind of good. That one was kind of good. But we're gonna pick this back up tonight, bro. We're gonna go live. We're gonna go live again tonight, bro. We're gonna go crazy again tonight. Yo, Mel, thank you for your sub. Thank you for everyone that joined. We're gonna be back tonight, all right? And hopefully, we can get the kick. Oh, we can get the kick active. So yeah, I love all you guys, and we're gonna be back tonight, though. Don't worry, man. We're gonna be back tonight, bro. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry about that, yo. We're gonna be back tonight, all right? Oh, just relax, all right? Just relax, all right? Pause. Which one is correct? Saying 7 month or saying 6? I don't know. What you talking about? What you talking about? Pause. Which one is correct? Saying 7 months, other saying 6. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm tripping. But all right, yo, I'm gonna talk to y'all, bro. By the way, if you're in the TikTok, make sure you come over to the Twitch, Kick, or YouTube. At Hundo_Grand, bro. That way you don't gotta, yo, bro, I'm gonna be staff at DreamCon again. Oh, Dream City, you are? Bro, if you can, Dream City, can you talk to them about, giving me the creator joint? I've been trying to hit up RDC about that, but they haven't got back to me. And I am a creator, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So yeah. But yeah, what time am I going live? Probably around like 11-ish. Cause I gotta make dinner. Hundo about the finesse again. Yo, Zach, shut up! Shut up! Shut the hell up! Oh my god. Hold on, yo. I gotta end the TikTok. I gotta end the live. Alright, I'm gonna talk to y'all though. Zach. What's the point of trying to finesse if you're just gonna say I'm finessing? Bro, yo, can we get L's in the chat for Zach? Can we get L's in the chat for Zach, bro? L's in the chat for Zach, yo. Can we get L's in the chat for Zach? Zach! Shut up! Everyone spam L, bro. Everyone spam L's, bro. Spam L's for Zach, bro. Oh my gosh. What is going on, bro? What is going on? Oh my gosh, bro. Bro. Yeah, Zach, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta hold that one. You gotta hold that one, bro. You gotta hold that one. It's for you. It's for you. You gotta hold this one, bro. You gotta hold that. Alright? Gotta hold that. Just for today. Just for today, man. This yours. That's yours, man. Gotta hold that. Not gonna lie. Why would you say that? Now, like, why would you say that, bro? Nah, but alright, y'all. I appreciate all y'all coming into my live. We're gonna be back on this joint at like 11-ish. Alright. Be easy. I love y'all. Alright, y'all be safe.